It was a night that the world tuned in. A night everyone thought Tyler Black would become the next world champ. It was the night Austin Aries ran for his life to hold on to the gold. Will there be one more night? One more fight?
On HDNet. We're broadcasting tonight as we do every week from the arena in downtown Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And you just saw the closing moments of the contest for the ROH World Championship. It took place at Final Battle, the Manhattan Center in New York City, in the biggest blizzard of a decade, the most controversial, the most polarizing World Championship contest ever fought in Ring of Honor. Austin Aries defending against the challenge of Tyler Black. And both participants in that match have asked for the opportunity to address the ROH public. I've decided to let them do it at the same time. So without further ado, let me bring to the ring the principals in that very exciting contest. First, the challenger. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the arena, Tyler Black.
It was a long, hard-fought match in New York, and Tyler Black, I thought, was awesome. Came so close to beating the world champ, Austin Aries.
But the point is, he didn't get the job done. He had 60 minutes to take the world championship from Austin Aries and was unable to do so.
And ladies and gentlemen, the other half of the equation, please welcome as well the Ring of Honor World Champion, A-Double, Austin Aries.
Austin Aries as confident and as cocky as ever. But Tyler Black, I think, still showed something and gave Austin Aries all he could handle in New York.
It was a hard-fought matchup by both men, but the world champion, A-Double Austin Aries, still has that belt around his waist, and that's all that matters in his mind.
Mr. Aries, Mr. Black, I mentioned the words controversial and polarizing. It was a 60-minute time limit draw, 1 hour, with no pinfalls, no submissions. A decision was not reached. There was no winner. A lot of people had their opinions about that contest. You both asked to express yours. I'm going first to the challenger, Tyler Black.
You know, Jim, anyone that saw that match, whether it be on pay-per-view online, whether they were live in New York City, you know what, whether they even read it about it online, they know as well as I do.
Obviously, the fans expressing their opinion of what they would have liked to have seen, but please continue.
Yeah, they know what I know and what you know, and that is that you cannot beat me. Man to man in a wrestling contest, you couldn't handle it. You ran, you hid, you tried to get counted out, you tried to get me counted out, you tried to get yourself disqualified. You did whatever you could to avoid fighting me, to avoid wrestling me, and essentially, you ran out the clock like a little coward.
Wow.
And I know that, Tyler, obviously you were concerned after the contest. You felt that in some way some of the fans had lost faith in your ability to take this guy out.
That's true, and because of your tactics, they did lose faith in me. My friends lost faith in me, and I lost a little faith in myself. But at the end of the day, I know that I have what it takes, and all I need is one more chance to prove that you are a little punk bitch.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Well, now I know that emotions are running high in a situation like this.
Whoa. First things first, Tyler Black. There's lots of kids here, and we don't need your potty mouth talking a bunch of filth. Sticks and stones, my friend, sticks and stones.
Look, don't worry about the standards and practices. I'll take care of that. You have something to say to the man, please say it.
You know, it's a new year, but some things haven't changed. Most notably, the ROH Championship is still where it belongs, around my waist. And I made a New Year's resolution, Tyler Black, and that was I wouldn't have to be in this ring with you ever again, because I'm through with you. I proved that, you know what? I don't have to beat you. You have to beat me. You see, there's an old saying. It goes back to prehistoric ages, back to when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. And it says, to be the man, you have to beat the man. And you, my friend, didn't get the job done.
And when the champ's right, he's right.
We need a rematch.
He says he wants a rematch. I didn't hear you say whether you wanted to give him one or not.
I think I already proved that I'm better than Tyler Black, that I'm the greatest man that ever lived. Tyler Black, you get no rematch. You get no rematch. That's my New Year's resolution. No soup for you.
All right. Oh, leave them alone. Let me explain something to both of you guys. And Tyler, I want to speak to you for a second. When I first got this job with Ring of Honor, I heard that I was getting a franchise ball player, a money ball player, a guy named Tyler Black that was going to carry this company into the 21st century.
That's true. You got that.
But my money ball player has to be the world champion, and you failed to come up at final battle with the world championship belt around your waist. So I realized there were extenuating circumstances because you signed up for a wrestling match, not a track meet.
What are you saying?
And Austin Aries, you have proven to me that you're one of the best wrestlers in the ring in any organization, which makes it all the more troubling that you're a gutless coward. Now I think that you, Tyler Black, you still have the potential and you have the ability to be my money ball player. And I think that you have the ability to get in and fight this guy instead of running from him. So here's the way we're going to settle this situation. I find myself concerned, whether you do or not, that his fans didn't like the match because Tyler Black's fans are Ring of Honor fans. And I don't like it when the Ring of Honor fans feel like they got screwed out of seeing a classic ball-buster match. So with everybody's reputation on the line, that's what we're going to give them. Saturday night, February 13th, the Manhattan Center, Ring of Honor returns, and the main event is going to be for the World Championship, Tyler Black challenging Austin Aries. There are going to be some special rules this time just to close up all the loopholes. If that match, and both of you listen real good, if that match ends in any other way besides a pinfall or a submission, if there is any screwy decision, any draw, anything other than a decisive winner, there's going to be 3 judges at ringside that are going to determine who gets the World Championship. Now, to be totally fair, I'm going to give both of y'all a chance. I want you to go in the back, and by the end of this program tonight, I want you to bring me back out one judge each. You pick a judge, and you pick a judge. Anybody in the locker room, anybody you want, bring them out here at the end of the show, and then I will name the third judge. But one way or another, the people of New York City and the Ring of Honor fans are going to see the classic match that they deserved, and there will be a winner, and there will be a world champion.
Wow. That's why Jim Cornette's our executive producer. Problem solved. Off to a great start tonight, our Pick 6 match. Kenny King, El Generico, a little later on in our show. Can't wait for that.
This tag team match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Team number 1 at a combined weight of 329 pounds, Cheech and Cloudy up in smoke.
Cheech and Cloudy up in smoke. We haven't seen them in a while. I understand they've been working on a few things. We'll see what they bring to the ring here tonight.
Their opponents from Sandy Fort, Delaware, at a combined weight of 431 pounds, they are the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, Jay and Mark, the Briscoes.
Last week they were against each other in a Pick 6, but now I think it's a lot more comfortable to see them together in a tag team match. And of course they are now the world champions. They have reclaimed the belt. And we'll see what they do against Cheech and Cloudy. Obviously the Briscoes heavy favorites in this.
I'm telling them it's time to man up here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, we've seen some upsets before. Let's see what happens. Not going to give it to them just yet.
Well, as you said, Hog, Cheech and Cloudy up in smoke have been working on a few things, trying to fine-tune their tag team game to really make an impression here in 2010 in the ROH Red Hot Tag Team Division.
Jay Briscoe in the ring first. You know, now once you're the champion, everybody starts gunning for you.
Well, there's a huge bullseye on Jay and Mark Briscoe since regaining the World Tag Team titles. They are now 6 times Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion.
Cheech a little impressive with some athleticism here early in this match. And Jay Briscoe trying to get serious, and he does with a forearm right to the neck. There's the cover. Count of only 2.
That shows how quickly the tide of the match can turn when you're in the ring against the Briscoes.
Nice chop right to the chest and the tag, and here comes Mark Briscoe. Here is the teamwork that we've seen from the Briscoes. One of the reasons they are world champs. And Mark Briscoe now with a cover. Boy, Cheech needs to tag out in the worst way.
You'll notice Mark keeping control.
Oh, what happened? My
lights?
Goodness, all of a sudden here, the lights went out.
Complete darkness here in the arena. Last time I remember that happening was back during the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah, but you know what could have happened? As Cloudy trying to get a cover there, I really think Cheech and Cloudy might have paid somebody in the back. Turn out the lights. You turn out the lights, you can get a shot in.
Nothing would surprise me.
You know what? It's not a bad idea. Jay Briscoe with a shot right to Cloudy. Big weight advantage for Jay Briscoe right here. Look at I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work.
He needs to spend some more time in the gym if he's going to try that.
Jay Briscoe got him up, spine buster, and he slams him down hard to the mat. Not sure Cloudy's going to get up and recover from this.
No, he looks lifeless.
Jay Briscoe taking his time with the cover. Jay waited far too long to end the match, or maybe these guys want to prolong it a little bit.
Looks like maybe they're just toying with him at this point. Don't underestimate him.
I thought it's exactly up in the air, and Cloudy again, hard to the mat. Now can Mark Briscoe get the cover and the pin? No.
Cheech, keeping his eye on the action, made the save right there for his partner. Perhaps the Briscoes looking to send a message to all the other tag teams watching on the monitor in the locker room that they mean business.
Got him by the pants, got him up again, and somehow Cloudy is able to stay alive. I don't see how.
It's determination.
Boy, into the turnbuckle there with his face. Into the turnbuckle again with his face. How much of that can he stand? Jay Briscoe, the chops to the chest. Mark as well. Up in the air and again hard on the mat. Oh my goodness.
That's unintentional high flying right there.
And again, only a count of two is Cheech doing a good job getting in there.
Just launching him into the lights with the double Beal all the way across the ring.
Now that's the teamwork we've seen from the Briscoes. How much of this can Cloudy take?
Well, he's showing how tough he is and got out of harm's way right there. That was the key.
And that hurt Mark Briscoe up off the top of the ropes. Landed on his back, and there's the tag. Here comes Cheech flying in, and he got Mark Briscoe. Cheech showing some energy. He's impressed me a little bit.
Well, this is exactly what Up in Smoke needed, a fresh wrestler tagged into the matchup.
There's the elbow from Cheech. That stung Mark a little bit. Flying off the ropes. He's got the cover. Whoa.
Very close.
Close to an upset here.
Only two, though. Frequent tags here now from Up in Smoke as Laird going to look to do some teamwork here on Mark Briscoe.
Oh, he's got Mark Briscoe up. And there's the teamwork you were talking about, Dave. Cloudy got him up. And Jay Briscoe in to save his brother.
Referee trying to force Jay back out to the apron.
Mark did a good job ducking down. There's the elbow to Cloudy. Got him out of the way. And just tosses Cheech out of the ring.
That right there is why they're the World Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, but Dave, I think this is a little tougher than the Briscoes expected. I think they thought this was going to be 1 or 2 minutes and done, but it hasn't been that way. And now Mark Briscoe with a shot. Cloudy has taken a lot in this match.
But they're prepared. Cheech broke up that pin attempt. The iconoclasm off the top rope wasn't enough to earn them the victory.
Cloudy is down, and look at Jay Briscoe and his confidence.
It could be doomsday for Cloudy right now.
Cheech just hanging on. Here we see Mark Briscoe ready with that doomsday move. Whoa, he missed it. Cloudy's got him rolled up. Is this enough? Oh, my goodness, I thought we might have an upset there.
So close, but not quite enough.
This was Cheech and Cloudy, I think, best chance to win. Jay Briscoe got Cloudy up in the air. Got him down, the Death Valley driver. There's the cover. 1, 2, 3, it's over.
Here are your winners, the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, the Briscoes.
The World Tag Team Champions pull out the win. You have to admire the fight that Cheech and Cloudy put forth in that matchup. The Death Valley driver put Cloudy down for the 1, 2, 3.
I don't know how else to say it, guys. Your 6-time ROH World Tag Team Champions, the Briscoes. Hey, new year, same story. Briscoe brothers, best damn tag team in the world. Yeah, baby. Hey, but brother, How about the Kings of Wrestling? New York City. Claudio, Chris Hero, we don't appreciate y'all ruining our celebration. We try to celebrate, baby, 6 times.
Yeah, the Kings of Wrestling folks think they are back. Of course, the Briscoes took that title away from the American Wolves, and here they are. The American Wolves are here. Let's see what they've got in store.
Well, no doubt they want those belts back around their waists.
Davey Richards, Eddie
So
Edwards.
I think I heard you correctly when you said Claudio and Chris Hero, right, boys? What are they called, Eddie? Or the Kings of Wrestling? Well, if you're looking for the team that tears this place up every night, if you're looking at the most dominant force in Ring of Honor, well, welcome, welcome, welcome. The Kings are here.
Now either you boys are actually dumber than you look, or you're just avoiding the real competition, the true challengers. You know damn well we lost those belts to you. We're entitled to our rematch. Hey, so
Well, the Briscoes, I think, are ready. You can see.
You take a good look at those belts, because needless to say, Briscoes, the hunt is on.
I think the Briscoes are ready to take on all comers, and look at this. Dark City Fight Club coming here into the arena.
Well, those belts are 2 bullseyes on the Briscoes.
I think the Briscoes are ready to go at it right now, and look at this. It's all breaking down in the ring. Somebody's going to get in there and stop it. You know, the Wolves are upset. They lost the title. Dark City Fight Club wants a chance, and we've got Bedlam here in this ring.
So with everybody's reputation on the line, that's what we're going to give them. Saturday night, February 13th, the Manhattan Center Ring of Honor returns, and the main event is going to be for the World Championship. Tyler Black challenging Austin Aries. If that match ends in any other way besides a pinfall or a submission, if there is any screwy decision, any draw, anything other than a decisive winner, there's going to be 3 judges at ringside that are going to determine who gets the World Championship.
I think it's going to be fascinating to see who Tyler Black and Austin Aries pick as their judges. We'll find out later tonight. I thought Kevin Steen, El Generico were partnered, but this was one of the most shocking things I've ever seen.
We just saw the footage from Final Battle, standing next to me, El Generico, and after seeing it again, how does it make you feel? Tonight, you're facing Kenny King. Pick 6 contenders. Is this going to affect you in that match? Kevin Steen. Is there anything you'd like to say to Kevin Steen right now?
What a tough time it is for El Generico. He is absolutely heartbroken.
But right now, pain is coming.
This match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Gary, Indiana, weighing 264 pounds, Skull Crusher, Rashid Brown.
Skull Crusher, Rashid Brown, I tell you, every time I have seen him in a ring, he has been impressive. And he is ready tonight, no doubt about that.
One of the most intimidating human beings on the face of the planet, Skull Crusher Rashid Brown, all fired up and ready to go here against Bobby Shields, trying to get the jump on the big man.
Well, that's the only way I think he has a chance, Bobby Shields. Look at Rashid Brown. I mean, he is hard as steel, and a shot right to the chest. Now Rashid Brown ready to go at it. Oh my, a spear again to the chest. Bobby Shields is not long for this match.
And it's moves like that are why everyone is scouting the Skull Crusher, including Prince Nana.
Rashid Brown got him up. Look at Shields just flopping around. There's the burning hammer. Rashid Brown the cover. 1, 2, 3. Slap the carpet.
Here is your winner, Skull Crusher, Rashid Brown.
Dave Prince Nana has to like what he saw. We saw him watching there a moment ago.
Rashid Brown, the hottest free agent in professional wrestling. You can see worlds of potential in this monster. I think Prince Nana is definitely pleased with what he sees, making short work of Bobby Shields.
The future looks bright for Rashid Brown. It is a great night for Ring of Honor here in Philadelphia. Having some fun. And wasn't it great at the beginning of our show that Jim Cornette, our executive producer, said we are going to have a winner 2 weeks in New York. Austin Aries and Tyler Black, Dave, going at it.
Jim Cornette doing something for the fans, and we've done even more for the fans. We now have an ROH iPhone app available at the Apple iTunes Store for free.
That is awesome. Also, we've gotten you, the fan, involved to pick who will go up against the Young Bucks in 2 weeks. It's going to be the American Wolves, but that's in 2 weeks. Right now, let's get back to the ring.
This is your main event. It is scheduled for one fall with television terminating and is a Pick 6 Contender Series match. Approaching the ring, the world's biggest of all, weighing 235 pounds, Kenny King.
Kenny King arrives in style with that $2,000 jacket, ready for the main event tonight.
Part of Pit 6. Kenny King going up against El Generico.
His opponent from Tijuana, Mexico, weighing 199 pounds, the generic luchador, El Generico.
I gotta wonder where El Generico's head is in this match. You saw him in the interview, he can barely speak. Obviously he's heartbroken. And now he has to regroup, regather himself, go into the ring with a pretty tough competitor in Kenny King.
Definitely has a lot swimming through his mind right now.
One thing, Dave, I think that's going to help El Generico is the fan support. You hear it in the background, the chants of ole, ole. I really think knowing that this crowd is behind him is going to help El Generico in the match. We'll see.
Pick 6 Contender Series matchup between these two men. Of course, for the latest Pick 6 standings, you can visit ROHWrestling.com after each live event for updates. 6 men in the Pick 6 are those in line for a future shot at the World Championship.
Also $2,500.
And right after the bell, Kenny King getting the jump on Generico. You gotta wonder if he was really prepared to fight right away.
I don't think he was, and that's been Kenny King's style. Kind of go at it before the bell rings. Boy, he was cocky before this match started.
Maybe Kenny King trying to take advantage of the current mental state of El Generico. It's no secret in that locker room that he's very troubled right now as a result of Kevin Steen making that decision in New York City to turn on his former partner, his former friend.
Right now, we haven't seen anything. There's Kenny King with a kick to the chest. Got him in that headlock. And an elbow from Kenny King. And there's that confidence, that cockiness I was talking about.
What a week Kenny King has here in this Pick 6 Contender Series matchup tonight. The chance to win $2,500. And coming up in Los Angeles this weekend, he has the opportunity to put Jerry Lynn out of wrestling once and for all and for good in LA.
Got him in a headlock now, and El Generico, who has battled injury problems over the last year, although even in this match, I've still seen some of the old athleticism still there for El Generico, who's trying to get his breath right now.
What's troubling him more at this point, his knee or his head?
I think they're both. I don't think that knee is still 100%.
Any way you cut it, Generico at a severe disadvantage going into this matchup, given all of those troubles, all of those setbacks.
Tell you what, when you've got physical issues, mental issues, we've seen it so many times in sports, really affects your ability to win.
And Kenny King smart enough to take advantage of the situation, but look at Generico.
Yeah, going right at him with the fist. Kenny King missed, and El Generico took advantage, and a knee right to the shoulder. Look at the energy from El Generico. I love it.
Well, something lit a fire underneath him, realizing he can't allow Kenny King to take advantage of his mental state. He's got to get serious, and that's what he's doing right now, Hog.
Shots right to the head of Kenny King. King almost a low blow right there, but a back heel kick right to the face of Kenny King. Look at El Generico, the confidence brimming in his face. He's feeling great about things right now. And the crowd, as you can hear, is feeling good about him as well.
I'm shocked at how focused he is right now as these fans continue to encourage him.
Kenny King dazed and up against the ropes.
Having a bit of a conversation with referee Paul Turner.
And breaks right away from the referee with a kick to the chest of El Generico, now to the shoulder.
He made that opening for himself. Talking to the referee, caught Generico off guard and now has control of the contest.
That might have been a mental error for Generico. Now the shots are coming to the chest of El Generico from Kenny King. And he is physically hurting a little bit, a count of 2. Kenny King is now taking control of this match.
Kenny knows how important this matchup is, not only for his wallet, but for standings in the Pick 6. He wants a shot at the world title in the future.
Slams El Generico into the turnbuckle. As you can see, grabbing his back. And King dancing around. Now he's got the cover and a count of 2, and El Generico able to stay alive.
Hey, the winner of Austin Aries versus Tyler Black coming up at the 8th anniversary event in New York City could be facing Kenny King in the future. But he needs to pull out a big win tonight to have that spot in the Pick 6.
Look at the 2 wrestlers exchanging blows. Oh, El Generico showing some strength there. That hurt his back. No doubt about that. Lifting Kenny King up and throwing him down to the mat. It's tough for his back to take.
Well, that back has endured a bit of punishment already in the matchup. But Generico trying to stay in this fight.
And I think he's done a pretty good job of it. Backbreaker right there on Kenny King. And here's an opportunity for El Generico. Awfully close to winning this match, and how big would that be for El Generico with all he's been through? Kenny King grabbing the ropes.
I think it would help if Generico would see a psychiatrist. I mean, it could help him stay on his game.
I think it'd help him to win this match. I think that'd do wonders for his confidence, mental state.
Well, there's no timeouts in wrestling. Not to regroup physically or to see a psychiatrist.
That might have been another mental error by El Generico, and it may have cost him, as you see. He's up after a count of only 2. Kenny King got him up in the air. Body slams him right down to the mat. got the leg drop right on the neck. Got him up. And boy, was that close.
Last split second, Generico got that shoulder up off the canvas, and I think that surprised Kenny King. He thought he had the win.
But here's what I'm talking about Kenny King. He's got Generico in trouble, and he just doesn't finish.
Well, he's trying. He's following up right now. It's a warning from the referee about the closed fist, but the damage was done.
Yeah, closed fist right to the face. Time to let go with Generico hanging on to the ropes. And he's going to stay there. Look at the face of El Generico.
It's hard to with the mask.
He is flat out of gas.
Well, Kenny King doing everything that he can to maintain control of the match, including bending the rules. Hey, everything's on the line. Pick 6. Contender Series contest.
Throws him right back into the turnbuckle, and Generico needs to find something from deep within right now to take this match, and there it might be. Generico summons up some strength, got a couple of shots in. Got him up in the air, and Kenny King goes hard to the mat.
A huge burst of adrenaline from the masked man.
Now throws Kenny King outside the ring. And look at El Generico, the confidence, trying to get the crowd going again. And again, that crowd support has really helped him in this match. He flies over the ropes into Kenny King.
Let's take another look. El Generico soaring over the top rope and wiping out Kenny King on the floor.
What athleticism from El Generico. Talked about it before. Despite the injuries that he's had, his athletic ability is showing through here in this match.
And despite everything that's going through his mind right now as it pertains to Kevin Steen.
Oh, look at Kenny King. Those knees to the back and into the barricade. Generico had no idea that was coming. Oh, Kenny King will resort to anything.
Well, he had his back turned to his opponent. And if Generico's going to do some damage on the floor, so is Kenny King.
And again, Kenny King stands around celebrating. And look at that. El Generico able to dodge a shot from Kenny King. Said it a moment ago, King taking this extra time, and Generico's getting a chance to recover. And Generico flying through the ropes with the DDT. That stung Kenny King. Can he get him back in the ring here? Yes, he can. This is a great chance for El Generico. The cover. 1-2 and. Whoa, are you kidding me? Thought he had it. El Generico, look at him.
Well, you know, Hog, if El Generico's going to pull out this win, he's got to get the job done right now.
A great job to regain his mental focus. King missed there, and look at this, slammed him down to the mat, got another count of 2, and again the match was almost over. Yeah, what a job he's done, El Generico, Dave.
What a job Kenny King is doing, hanging in there despite all of this punishment unleashed by Generico.
King just hanging on the ropes. When he gets off, let's see what Generico can do. Oh, Kenny King got a shot in, got the cover, and he got a count of 2. Just 2 before Generico got that shoulder up.
On that instance, it was Generico taking a little bit too much time before coming charging for that Yakuza kick attempt, and Kenny King seized the opportunity.
Got him up on the top rope and just got a shot to the head. Look at El Generico, he's stunned. Generico trying to summon up some strength from somewhere and knocks Kenny King off of the ropes. Oh, he's gonna fly here. How about Kenny King? He just caught him in midair. Royal flush right to the mat. The cover, 1-2 and. Woo, was that close? Generico, amazing that he is able to get the shoulder up and stay alive in this match.
And Kenny King looks amazed as well. He can't believe that Generico kicked out. What's it going to take to put him down for 3?
He's got a lot of fight left in him. Up on the ropes, and here comes Kenny King again. And again, Kenny King motioning to the crowd instead of taking care of business. This might backfire on him right here. Well, Generico, a great job of getting him off the ropes. And Generico rolls him up. Only a count of 2.
Both men exchanging some very close near falls here. Both men want the victory so badly tonight.
Kenny King, as you can see, got kicked in the mouth a moment ago. Now a shot right to the chest. Here comes Generico again, and again King shows his strength and rolls him up right to the turnbuckle. That was painful.
It was an excellent counter by Kenny King.
Flying into it again. You wonder how much of that Generico can take. El Generico tried the Yakuza kick, got that leg caught on the top rope, and a kick from Kenny King. King gets him up. There's the coronation and the cover. 1, 2, 3. Kenny King has won. He advances on in the pick 6.
Kenny King!
Let's take another look, Hog. A key mistake by Generico, missing the Yakuza kick. Kenny King capitalized and got him up, dumped right on his head with the coronation. $2,500 and a spot in the pick 6 for the pretty boy Pitbull.
And you know, El Generico, I really hope he can get his head together. Obviously, it was not there in the ring tonight. And coming up in just moments, folks, we're going to find out who the judges will be in the title match between Austin Aries and Tyler Black. Hang on for that. Let's remind you what happened at Final Battle in New York. 60 minutes they went at it in the ring. Tyler Black, Austin Aries. Aries spent most of his time running away from Tyler, and Tyler called him a coward, and rightly so, but the match was declared a draw.
Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the final moments of the incredible contest, very controversial, very polarizing. At Final Battle, Tyler Black faced Austin Aries 60 minutes with no decision, but it will be a different story Saturday night, February 13th at the Manhattan Center in New York City. Early in the program, I charged both of you gentlemen with the task of picking a judge. I hope you have chosen wisely, and as a matter of fact, Mr. Aries, I'll begin with you.
Well, you know, Jimmy, since you only gave me the hour here, I've been calling some of my contacts, and I have a lot. But unfortunately, Judge Judy hasn't gotten back to me yet. Judge Joe Brown not returned my call yet. So I had to go a step higher since I couldn't get an actual judge. I wanted to get some royalty. Kenny King, come on down.
That's tremendous. A sensational and intelligent decision by the world champion. His protege in many ways, Kenny King.
How about this big? Kenny King, one of his buddies. Oh, that's going to be fair. You know how he's going to vote.
Mutual Admiration Society, I guess it's no surprise here, but Mr. King, you have accepted the task of being a judge for the World Championship.
Mr. Cornette, I'm a fair man, fair and impartial, and I promise that come New York City, K-Double will call this match fair and impartial, and it's just gonna have to be an A-Double's chances. Sorry, TBZ.
All right, Tyler, nothing unexpected here. I hope you've chosen wisely as well.
My choice for judge was very difficult, but it came down to someone that I've been at war with in this ring many times as of late, and someone I respect as a pro wrestler and as a man, and that is the Messiah of the Backbreaker, Roderick Strong.
Oh, yeah!
For a few seconds,
I love this. Nothing weak about this pick. It's strong. Roderick Strong.
They've had some classic battles here in Ring of Honor. He has a lot of personal respect for Roderick Strong.
And he should. I think Strong will be
Well,
fair.
obviously, a lot of people may be surprised to see you in this situation, Roderick. I'm interested in your motivation for agreeing to be a judge in this situation.
I got this, Jim. I don't think it's a surprise to anybody but you, Jim, because if you look at the two guys in question, I trust Tyler Black, and Austin Aries is just a little weasel. Now, Jim, the other reason is this. When Tyler approached me about this, he promised me one thing, that when he wins the title, he will refuse any challenger that isn't me. So come February 13th, when he becomes the new Ring of Honor champion, I will be the first challenger.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A vested interest for Roderick Strong as well. A Judge Kenny King, Judge Roderick Strong. We need one more. And hey, guys, let me tell you this so you understand it real closely. I've thought about who the third judge is going to be, and the third judge is going to be me. I'm going to be there at ringside to keep an eye on your antics and to make sure that everything goes down and the people in New York City and the Ring of Honor fans see the match they were entitled to the first time. So let me give you one piece of advice, gentlemen, and I want you to take this to your heart. The only way for you to be masters of your domain and in control of your destiny is to go out and try to beat the other man. Because if it goes to the judges, anything could happen. So if you go out and you're in it to win it, the people get a classic match, and we determine who the real world champion is. Gentlemen, may the best man win.
I think it's a great solution by Jim Cornette. It's going to be Aries. It's going to be Black. And in New York City, we will have a winner.